Hello my fellow slimes, it's Zatchu aka the Slime King, and welcome back to another Slimy Isekai video. In today's video we will be talking about the Hero's Jubilee and some tips and tricks that you may or may have not noticed that will help you, increase your score or just do better overall. And real quick, if you're worried about the people who have been cheating, you really don't have to worry about them, because if there's one thing WFS does best is take care of cheaters. They don't play that shit. They will banish them to the Shadow Realm real quick. Yeah, but let's get right to it. Starting out, real simple. First thing, the stages themselves. All the stages obviously matter. Some more than others though. I simply state this because the first few stages between the easy and the normal, those can be maxed out in actuality. So once you do those, you're good. Once you see that max, that means you've gotten all the points you can get from them. Now going to the experts, they honestly don't have a limit. They have like two things that can max out, but other than that, the other two things, such as the damage, how much damage you take, those can fluctuate a lot. So currently on screen you should see my past highest scores and my now recent ones, and it really can fluctuate. You can get some pretty good damage off of it, because the total, your total score is all the damage you do totally put together. So it doesn't matter how many times you rerun a stage. It's not like a cumulative damage. It's your total overall damage. So it's your highest score across each stage that matters. So even if you're getting small increases in damage on those expert stages in the normal battle, that still will matter a lot to your actual overall score. Same thing goes for the actual boss battle. Those little increment increases in damage or your score overall really do matter, and actually will boost you above somebody else that could really help you. Next up, the boss himself, Gazelle. He, as soon as you start the actual boss battle, the Great Sage tells you, which will also be part of this, that he himself has a low critical resistance. That doesn't mean he's easier to crit. That means when he gets crit, he will take a lot more damage, which is really good to know. On top of that, backpacking off of talking about the Great Sage, Gazelle will also stun you and counter you. In both situations, the Great Sage will warn you ahead of time. When he will counter you, the Great Sage going to say the enemy you want is about to increase his counter rate, and when he's about to stun you, the Great Sage will let you know, oh, there's a stun incoming. So in both the situations, you would use someone like Benimaru or Demon Lord Rimuru to either, in Benimaru's case, if you have him fully maxed out, you're fine. Benimaru's stun resistance goes to 100%, so you should be fine. If you actually work on them, you'll be really saved. And in Rimuru's case, depending on how you got it, if it's maxed out, you'll be good. And if it's not maxed out, there's a chance you can still be stunned. In terms of when he, has his counter up, you have two choices. Honestly, either you're going to just use ultimates if you have them, because he can't counter ultimates, or you're just going to use one attack. Honestly, it might sound bad, but attacking him once he'll either counter the one attack or he won't. And you'll save yourself from taking a lot of damage, and your characters will be a lot healthier. I believe Gazelle will attempt to stun you every 3 turns, because he tries to stun you in the 3rd turn and the 6th turn, and he will activate his counter every 4 turns. I believe that's how it goes. With that in mind, you can start strategizing better and building your teams around the aspect of, you have to prepare for a stun, but also crit damage, because, well, we haven't talked about that, but yes, characters that boost their crit and crit damage, because just because you have more crit damage, your character, if they're not critting, it won't mean anything. So I believe Benimaru himself is one of the characters, the free-to-play one. Also Demon Lord Rimuru. I think Melum's another one. I'll put some other characters up on the screen as well, but these are all characters that either boost their own crit rate, boost the team crit rate, or actually just boost their crit damage, which are all good things, because like I said, Gazelle takes a lot of damage from crits in general, because he has such a low crit resistance. So now, with that in mind, you might be thinking, well, the boss has a finite amount of health, so how can I do more damage than the health he has every match? The thing is, you have to overkill him. That means your entire job throughout the entire fight is to trickle down his health as close as possible to him being dead but not killing him. Then when he's on that very slim verge of death, that's when you let him fucking have it. But you only get one attack. That's the thing. So you have to have whoever that last attacker is hit him hard. So that means literally, because in my case I use my Demon Rimuru, who has magic damage, which is what he's weak to, who can also increase his crit damage and increase his crit rate. And I smacked the fuck out of Gazelle in that last hit, which I obviously will show. But yes, that last hit is really important because that's where you'll get the biggest chunk of your damage from. So you should also build your team around that mindset of I'm milling him down, but when it's time to hit him with that last smack, I need to hit that man hard. And this same ideology can also be applied to the extreme stages of, this whole ranking event. The same whole mindset applies, but in that case, you don't have to worry about what the normal battle stages that is. You don't have to worry about having type advantage, because yes, type advantage is nothing you get a bonus for in the boss battle, but not in the normal stages. That's one of the bonuses you lose. So in the normal stages, you can build whatever type of team you want to beat the living shit out of your enemy. Just when you get to that last stage with those last few enemies, send them to the fucking moon. But you also have to keep in mind, you need to also bring characters with you that will mitigate damage, but also boost you. So you need a good buffer. So in that case, we have Space Rimuru, Windmillum, Veldora, Human Form, and even the free-to-play Windmillum, because she also boosts the defense for not that much. So like characters like that, you have to keep all that in mind. And honestly, it's a big part of it is due to luck. You have to get lucky, even though in this entire event, your starting hand will always be the same. Now, it will not be the same in the sense that, it'll be the same lineup of characters. No, you will always get 2 of every type. So you'll get 2 skill, 2 protection, and 2 secrets every time. The character, lineup might be different, but when you first start, your hand is the same every time. So after that, it's completely random. So you have to get lucky after that first hand, because that luck is a skill in itself, right? Like you have to get lucky to get everything you need to go perfectly well. So you're gonna do many runs. I did so many runs trying to get that perfect run to where I could just pop Rimuru's damage buff alongside Vedora's buff and just send the enemies to the moon. That's all you can do. You have to get that perfect run and just run with it. Like literally, that's all you can do. And other than that, I think that covers everything. I could be missing some things because I'm not perfect, but I believe I remember to cover everything that I noticed or saw, But oh, there's my cat. But yeah, hopefully these little tips and stuff will help you out to increase your scores and such. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, help the little slimy boy grow, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye bye.